Jesus Rodriguez reporting for Orinoco Tribune from Caracas. Today, January the 4th at 2 a.m., 2:04 a.m. in the morning. There was a blackout like 10 minutes ago that began, and we hear explosions far away, but at the beginning, but a few minutes ago, there were more explosions that sounded like not in the Caracas area, at least in the center of Caracas, but I have the impression that those explosions might have come from La Guaira, which is the coast. That is like 30 minutes by car from Caracas. So as you can see, there are some places with electricity, but at least in this part of Caracas, there is no electricity. And a few minutes ago also we hear the overfly of planes, not around us, but nearby. So we'll keep informing you, but something out of the ordinary is happening right now. And I'll try to keep you informed. This is Jesus Rodriguez for Orinoco Tribune, directly from Caracas. I'll keep you updated. As you can hear in the distance, you can hear like airplanes, but they are not close to us. I apologize because I was tweeting as part of the live on X. As you can see, there are some places around here that have electricity, but I believe that they have their own, electric power supply. But almost everywhere around here is without electricity. But when you see in the distance, and that is downtown Caracas, close to Miraflores Palace, the presidential palace, you see that there is some electricity. And of course, do you hear that? There's an explosion. I just read a post by Venezuela Analysis, and they say that there are reports of explosions in military bases, but not in Caracas. So I'll keep you updated, but as you can hear, there are explosions that can be here from Caracas, and I'll keep you informed. I'll try to stay as much as I can live in order to allow you to see, or at least listen to what is happening right now in Caracas. Meanwhile, I'll try to look around. As you can see, there's no you can hear airplanes flying far away from here. But I'm pointing right now at the Avila mountain, which is one of the most emblematic landmarks of Caracas. And as you can see in the top of the mountain, there's electricity, and you can see the Humboldt hotel in the background. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. Again, this is Jesus Rodriguez from Orinoco Tribune, trying to let you know about what is exactly happening at this moment in Caracas. Thankfully, I have a power plant, a power station at home, and for that reason I have internet access at this moment, but all mobile connections are down. I don't see signal, at least from my provider at this moment. So I'll try to keep this pause. There's another explosion that I just heard. I don't know if you were able to hear it. It's like in the back of me. That means in the south. And south of us, you might have maybe, I'm thinking about, military targets. The Fuerte Tuna military complex, which is the most important. The explosions comes from that side. I know that you don't see too much, but it's the south of Caracas, because the front is just over there, which is the Avila Monte. So I don't know how much to tell you. I will try to. I will add a question and answer sticker in the live feed in order for you to ask questions. I'm pretty sure from what I've been reading already that we are right now experiencing a U.S. Military strike against, locations in Venezuela. That's pretty sure what is happening. Thank you, Yuri. Nice to see you around. What we were expecting that was going to happen, what we have been saying for several months, that was going to be the most probable scenario of U.S. decapitation strike or land strike, air strike against, government and military facilities in Venezuela is happening at this moment. I haven't seen any sign of, air defenses, anti-aircraft, fire. At least so far, nothing like that has been seen, at least in this part of Caracas. I have to tell you that Caracas is a pretty big city, and there are plenty of places that I might not be aware of what is happening exactly right now. Again, this is Jesus Rodriguez reporting from Caracas for Orinoco Tribune, and I'm trying to show you and tell you what I can see and hear from this location, which is pretty close to downtown Caracas and pretty close to the headquarters of the National Guard. And maybe for that reason we don't have electricity around here, but I've seen videos from other parts of Caracas that have full electricity, and I can see from here, maybe you can see in the distance that there are some buildings with electricity not very far away from here, closer to the northern part of downtown Caracas, where the presidential palace and other government buildings are located. You can hear, I hope that you can hear. I'm gonna twist the phone, I apologize, but maybe that way you can hear aircraft noise, not very close from us, but you can hear it. I don't move too much from where I'm located right now because of my internet coverage. That's why I'm not moving too much from where I'm located, because if I move too much, I'm gonna lose my Wi-Fi signal. that is a little bit strong, but not that strong. I believe that if I move like 10 steps away from where I am, I'm gonna lose a signal, and I don't want that to happen. So feel free to ask your questions here. As you can see, News that is asking me to give them an interview in a few minutes to update them. But anyway, how many explosions? Yes, again, I asked all the questions that you might have, because I might be missing something out of the surprise, and maybe out of being nervous, because as you can imagine, these are extraordinary circumstances. But if you ask me to count how many explosions I hear, wow, many. I mean, I believe that should be between 15 and 25, including those that you hear out. That I believe are very far away from where we located in Caracas. So if you ask me, something between 15 and 25 explosions I hear from here. Going to the question of one Hupsimath, I just read a few minutes ago, I just saw also a video on X from an explosion, and people claim that it was in Baruta, which is in the outskirts of Caracas, in the southeast outskirts of Caracas. And the video was very clear. I mean, there was an explosion very clearly visible from that video that was posted on X. Un abrazo, compas, from Trinidad. We know that we have a lot of friends in Trinidad, and we try to report from the best of our capacities, the best we can, our perspective about what the Trinidadian government is doing, supporting these crazy gringos that are just trying to recolonize the continent, and we need to oppose that. What else? Un abrazo to the compas from Turtle Island. Thank you, compas. Thank you from Trinidad. We consider you brothers. The Chavista people from Venezuela consider you brothers. And as you can see, if you read the mainstream media, you might believe that right now a lot of people. I live in an area of Caracas that is full of right-wingers, and even in this scenario, you don't hear people, screaming or something, asking for Maduro to be ousted or something like that. So that says a lot also about, the spirit or the sentiment in the majority of the Venezuelans that do not have to be Chavistas, but are against, a foreign military intervention, and are, opposing that. So, as you can hear, I believe that at least for the last 10 minutes, I haven't heard more explosions. I see we have police station nearby, and right now I'm seeing armed police people closing some of the streets around where we live, where that police station is. So they might have already received some orders to try to secure some areas. But what else I can tell you? What I was telling you was that, the last explosion that we hear in the last aircraft noise happened like 10 minutes ago. I hope that this is it, but you never know. I'll try to keep you updated. Feel free to ask all the questions. I'm gonna leave like in 7 minutes. I'm gonna close this live stream, but I'm gonna try to retake the live screen after I finish this live interview with the people from RT News. I believe that I just hear an explosion very, very far away at this moment. I'm not sure, maybe, yes, there are more explosions coming from southeast, if that helps you somehow. I'm just in the middle of Caracas, close to the headquarters of the National Guard. As you can see, I know that it's not very visible, and I apologize for that. But as you can see, you see police agents closing the streets in this area. You know, they are blocking the access to this area where the police station is, and they are armed. So I don't know what to think about that, but that is what is happening right now around me. I'm gonna try to. Right now in Venezuela, we will prevail, compa. Venceremos, Spencer. That's for sure. We're ready to defend our land. Venezuela analysis, Fuerte Tuna, the main military. I'm reading what you just wrote. One Upsimas. Fuerte Tuna, the main military headquarters in Caracas, is one of the areas confirmed. Yes, that's what I believe a few minutes ago when I hear explosions coming from the south of where I'm located. Social media user report airplanes and sounds of anti-aircraft artillery. I haven't heard, as I already mentioned, the sound of anti-aircraft artillery. I'm not familiar with that, but you know, from covering other similar incidents from around the world, I'm not sure that at least in this part of Caracas, there were sounds of, you know, anti-aircraft artillery. I hear at this moment some noise, very distant noise of an aircraft coming from that location, somewhere around there. As you can see, there is the moon. We have full moon today, that several decades ago were a signal of, were used by military to launch, you know, military operations, but you know, especially with, you know, modern technology, that's not needed anymore. But we have full moon right now in Caracas. I'm gonna stop this live feed, Compass. Please spread the news and let people know that we are going to come live. I hope that like in maybe 20 or 30 minutes after we finish this interview with the people from RT News, and after that I will resume this live feed from Caracas. This is Jesus Rodriguez reporting from downtown Caracas today, January the 4th, Saturday at 2:35 p.m. Nosotros venceremos, compas. Don't have any doubt about that.